Namaste, I am Mrs. Meera Balachandran, and today in this session we are going to talk about words in language. The importance of words, because any language is formed by using words. We use them in writing, we use them in speaking, we connect them to each other, and so we make the language. So we are going to begin with what are these words and how do we use these words. Words are very important. It is the first part of language, and we have two types of words. You have the active words, words that we use, words that we can use because we know the meaning of the words and we have heard the words, we understand it, and we can use it correctly in our language. We also have what we call the passive words. The passive words are not used very much by us but understood. It is something like a young child who hears his mother speak, who hears other people speak. He can understand what they are saying, but he is not able to use the words effectively. But as we hear the words and we start using these words, gradually our word vocabulary increases. So we move from passive words to active words. Today we are going to introduce you to different types of words. There are people who have done a lot of work in this area and who have identified that there are some words that all of us must know in a language, and they are known as the most frequently used words. If we can use those words along with other words, then we are able to make an effective language communication with the people we want to speak to. So now I'm going to show you some words from this frequently used list. We need to know how to pronounce or write a word, but that does not mean we can use it. Only when we use it and we really understand it, then it becomes part of our active vocabulary. So all of us must try to make the words that we know in any language, and now in English, we're talking about English, part of our active vocabulary. Here you have two types of words. The first lot of words are known as operational words. The operational words are the words that are used to connect other words and to frame sentences. Let us have a look at these operational words. Operation words are come, get, give, go, keep, let, make, put, seem, take, be, do, have, say, see, send, may, will, about, across, after, against, among, at, before, between, by, down, from, in, of, on, over, through, to, under, up, with. There are more than 100 words, but I have just selected a few words to begin with. If we can use these words along with some other words, what we call the general words, then we will be able to communicate, in the sense we will be able to make sentences, we will be able to say what we want to say, we will be able to express ourselves. Now let us look at the second list of words on the slide. The first list I spoke about is what we call the operation words, or the most frequently used words. Now we come to what we call some general words. The general words are very large in number, could go to more than 500 words. There are many, many more words in English than 500, but we have now selected a few words so that as a learner, when you are learning, you begin with a few words and then you move on to a larger number of words. What are some of the general words listed here? Account, act, addition, adjustment, advertisement, agreement, air, amount, amusement, animal, answer, apparatus, approval, argument, art, attack, attempt, attention. Most of the words we have selected in the first instance are all words beginning with A. I think you would know the meaning of most of the words, but as we go along and as we connect up the words, the operation words with the general words, we will see how we can form sentences. I'm going to go back to the general words again and repeat them before I connect the operation words with the general words. Again, general words: account. You have an account in the bank. Act. I can act well. Addition. I can do addition sums. Adjustment. I can adjust with people. I am capable of adjustment. Advertisement. Advertisements come in the newspaper. Agreement. The two companies signed an agreement. Air. You all know the meaning of air. There is air around us. Amount. I have the amount of money that you asked me to bring. Amusement. Fun. Having fun. I love to go to the amusement park. Animal. I love animals. Answer. I tried to answer the question correctly. Apparatus. In the science lab, we use a lot of apparatus. Approval. Before you do this, you need to get the approval of your teacher. Argument. Do not get into an argument if it is not necessary. Art. I love art. Attack. I read about the attack in the newspaper recently. Attempt. I am trying to attempt to learn English. Attention. When learning something, we need to give our full attention. Now, what I did was I used some of the operation words and some of the general words to make sentences. My next slide will actually connect up again and show you sentences using the operation words and the general words. Come home tomorrow and do some artwork. Come home tomorrow and do some artwork. Get up early, go to work, and on your way, give him a copy of the advertisement. So we used general words and we used operation words. We may have to make an agreement before we attempt to do the work and find an answer. A very long sentence. I've specially made this long sentence to show you that we can use the operation words and the general words and write a sentence. That is, we can communicate in English using just these few operation words and the few general words. Again, I'm reading the sentence. We may have to make an agreement before we attempt to do the work and find an answer. Now, sentence number 4 is even longer. The amusement park lies between the two metro stations. The amusement park lies between the two metro stations. Next sentence is a continuation. You can reach it by walking across the road and through the mall. You can reach it by walking across the road and through the mall. Words like it, across, through, they're all frequently used words, and if you use these words, you can compose sentences to communicate. The next sentence, in addition to this, he may have to sign an agreement before they can give the approval. We had used some of these words in sentences earlier. Now we are making one sentence using some of these words. In addition to, now in and to are frequently used words. Addition is a general word. To this, he may have to. Have is a frequently used word. To is a frequently used word. Sign an agreement. Again, an is a frequently used word. Agreement is a general word. Before they can give the approval. The argument on television was about corruption. Argument on television. Now, the is a frequently used word. It occurs very, very often in the language, in both spoken and written language. The argument on is again a frequently used word. Television is a general word. Was is a frequently used word. About again is a general word. And corruption. Corruption is a general word. So when we combine frequently used words and general words, we are able to make sentences. I have only shown you a few frequently used words, but there is, if you look up the internet, you can find there are lots and lots of sites that tell you about frequently used words. You can go to Google and ask for frequently used words, and you must know the frequently used words very, very well. Now again, what have I done? I've put up some more frequently used words for you and some more general words. And now I want you to think of how can you make sentences with them. Some of the frequently used words are fear, of, till, than, a, the, all, any, every, little, much, no, other, some, such, that, this, I, he, you, who, and, because, but, or, if, though, while, how, when, where, why, again, ever, far, forward, here, near, now, out, still, then, there, together, well, almost, enough, even, not, only, quite, so, very, tomorrow, yesterday, north, south, east, west, please, yes. Now, these are the frequently used words. Do find them out, do make a list, try and use them in very, very simple sentences. And if you use these frequently used words in simple sentences, you will be able to speak simple English and write simple sentences. That is how we begin to learn. You must have already, while reading your English text, while studying at school, you must have come across many of these words and you may be using them, but now use them with a purpose. All right. Now I'm going to move on to the general words. Here are some general words. Use them if you can with operation words to make sentences. So your first lot are the operation words or the frequently used words. The second lot, now we are going into words beginning with B and words beginning with C. Back, balance, base, behavior, belief, to believe in something, birth, bit. The dog bit the man, bite. I can bite into the soft piece of cake. Blood, blow, body, brass. The lamp is made of brass. Bread, breath. Brother, building, burn, burst, business, butter, canvas. We have tents made of canvas. Care, the mother takes care of the children. Cause, the cause of the accident is not known. Chalk, we use chalk to write on the board. Chance, change, cloth. Coal, color. Color is also spelt with O-U-R. Here it's an American spelling, C-O-L-O-R. Comfort, committee, company, comparison, competition, condition, connection, control, cook, copper, copy, cork, cotton, cough, country, cover, crack, credit, crime, crush, cry, current, curve. Now I gave you words in the first lot with A. I now give you some words with B and some words with C. Again, it's not a complete list because there are hundreds and thousands of words. But to begin with, if we can use some of the frequently used words with some of the general words, we can actually begin to use the language. So what you should try and do is make sentences, try and practice making sentences using the frequently used words along with the general words, and don't restrict your general words only to the ones that are here. You can always use many more general words and you can make many more sentences. Now I'm going to take you through a very interesting little exercise to show you that in English the same word can mean many different things. And we are going to take a small word called up. U-P, up. I lift up my hand. But up has many meanings and can be used in very different ways. There is a two-letter word that perhaps has more meanings than any other two-letter word, and that is up. So let's try and see what are the different meanings of the word up. It's easy to understand up. meaning toward the sky or at the top of the list. But when we awaken in the morning, why do we wake up? So up means the sky, it means at the top, but it also says we can use it with when do we wake up. At a meeting, why does a topic come up? A different meaning now. We're discussing a topic and we say a topic has come up for discussion. Why do we speak up? When you speak loudly, you're speaking very softly. Somebody says, please speak up. Speak louder, speak clearer. And why are the officers up for election? Why are the officers ready for election? And why is it up to the secretary to write up a report? So it is the duty of the secretary to write a report. We call up our friends and we use it to brighten up a room. We call up our friends, we use something to brighten up a room. We polish up the silver, we warm up the leftovers. The food that is left over, we warm it up and we clean up the kitchen. Just look at up, it's been used in so many ways. See, a single two-letter word in English being used in several ways that mean totally different things. There's still more to come. We lock up the house and some guys fix up the old car. At other times, the little word has a real special meaning. People stir up trouble, line up for tickets, work up an appetite, and think up excuses. The same word, see, stir up trouble, people creating trouble, line up for tickets, standing in a line for tickets, work up an appetite. Ask the children, go and play and work up an appetite. Think up excuses. To be dressed in one thing, but to be dressed up is special. A drain must be opened up because it is stopped. There's a little mistake because it is stopped up. Oh, it has stopped up. We open up a store in the morning, but we close it up at night. So you're opening up the store in the morning, but we close it up at night. Still more to come. We seem to be pretty mixed up about up. To be knowledgeable about the proper uses of up, look the word up in the dictionary. In the desk-sized dictionary, it takes up almost 1/4 of the page and can add up to about 30 definitions. So if you open the dictionary and try to look up, you'll find that up has covered more than 1/4 of the page. If you're up to it, you might try building up a list of the many ways up is used. If you are up to it, that means if you want to do it, you might try building up a list of the many ways up is used. It will take up a lot of your time, but if you don't give up, you may wind up with 100 or more. If you're up to it, you might try building up a list of the many ways up is used. Take up a lot of your time, but if you don't give up, you may wind up with 100 or more. When it threatens to rain, we say it is clouding up. When the sun comes out, we say it is clearing up. When it rains, it wets the earth and often messes things up. When it doesn't rain for a while, things dry up. One could go on, but I'll wrap it up. For now, my time is up, so it is time to shut up. So see the different ways in which up has been used. I did this specially because just to show you that English is such a beautiful language and that even the smallest word can be used in 100 different ways. Now, I would like you, once again, I want to emphasize that the frequently used words are very, very important. Try and find them once again from the internet, write it down in your diary, and also try, and whenever you read the newspaper, try and locate them in the newspaper, underline them, see how these frequently used words are used with the general words. If you can practice this, you will definitely improve the usage of vocabulary in English and you will be able to communicate well in English. Thank you.